Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to today's reading. Today's reading is going to be past, current, and future. This is a timeless reading, so when you see it, you're meant to see it. So here is our past, our current, and our future card. Now I'm going to lay down a door card for each one of these. That will provide us a little bit more clarity, and also another clarity card that will tie up each of these. All right, so let's begin with your past. We're going to be focusing on your birth, how you came into the world, your parents' response when you came into the world. Okay, so the cards are telling me here that you were a later birth. Your mom was probably late 30s, early 40 when you were born. She was a single parent at the time. She was looking for balance in her life, and you appeared. There was no regret when she found out that she was carrying you. She was actually quite happy, but she was concerned because there was no financial stability in her life, and she was worrying how she was going to provide for a child. Even though some people in her life looked down on her for being pregnant without a husband, she developed self-acceptance. Your mother was a very strong woman, and to this day is a very strong woman. She always looked at you as a blessing. She never regretted being pregnant and carrying you. You were truly her blessing. What door opened up when you were born? The door of shadows, interjourney, unconscious, and introspection. So it looks like your mother was going through a period in her life when you were born where she was thinking about her future. And this would make sense since you were born in her later years. And then you came along and you were like answered prayer. We have here the gratitude card. I am aware of the light in my life. I direct my thoughts to the beauty in and around me. I give thanks to God for every little thing that brings me joy. Thus, I enlighten my thoughts, riches surround me, and I appreciate all that life brings me. This is the feeling your mother had when she carried you and when she gave birth to you. There was such a feeling of gratitude, happiness, and it almost felt like your mother felt her reason for being here. You were the reason that your mother felt such great joy in her life when she gave birth to you. You brought much joy to your mother's life. Now let's take a look at your life currently. Where are you at this moment? We have the courage card and we have new ideas. So it looks like you picked up on your mom's independence and also the courage to try new things. You have developed this. This was passed on to you from your mother. She maintained being a single parent throughout your life, but it never stopped her from providing you with everything that you needed. And most of all, what your mother provided you with was courage, strength, and the ability to be yourself no matter what. What a wonderful gift for a mother to pass on to a child. You looked up to your mother quite fondly. And in fact, there was a lot of female roles in your life that were very strong. When you hit your teenage years, the cards are showing me here that you hit this period of almost rebellion, where you didn't want to listen anymore to the elders in your life, that you preferred to go off with your free spirit, almost like a gypsy, and explore the world through your own eyes. And what's really cool about this is that your mother never stood in your way. She encouraged you to be independent, but to also be very wise. You did go off, you did do exploring, you did get schooling, but also you explored life. You had a lot of fun, but you were always the girl in the crowd that was the smart one. People would come to you for advice. You always had your head on your shoulders. You never got caught up in the drinking or the drugs, you know. You would have a few drinks and maybe dabble a little bit, but you were never to the point where it took over your life. You were always very smart, very wise, and you were always aware, you know, you had this very intuitive, or you do have this very intuitive nature about you, where you pick up very quickly when people are dishonest, and you're a very protective soul of those around you that you love. You're feeling more like an empath energy coming through. The door for you currently is the door of wonder, which perfectly aligns with your spirit. amazement, fascination, curiosity, this child part of you that looks out at the world with wonder, knowing there's so much more. But there's also this beautiful balance about you that you're able to do this, but you do this in a sensible way. You have a wonderful balance. We have the card of goodness here. I overcome my imperfection, polish my character, and feed on the positive. Thus I free myself, allow my goodness to manifest, and become a source of joy. Through gentleness, I offer unconditional support, understanding, and love to myself and to others. And again, this goes back to that empathic energy I'm picking up from you. This genuine caring for other people, wanting to make sure people are happy and taken care of. And also this fierce protection part of you that no one dare hurt any of your friends, for they'll have to reckon with you. Now we're going to look into your future. What's coming towards you in your future? You yourself. Looks like you have a couple of children also. And you followed your mother's footsteps in the way of not being married at the time that you have your children. You go into the future with this hopeful outlook, and you pass on to your children your mother's strength. This has come through this female bloodline for generations and generations, this feeling of strength. You're very happy and content. You have 2 children in the future. And as you grow older, you reflect on your past and you wonder that, you think to yourself, you've had such a beautiful life and you're truly a giving spirit. What would your future self, what message does your future self have for you? Actually, let me pull from this other deck here. Let's see what your future self, what is the message that your future self has for you? Creation. I have the power to direct my life with a constructive attitude. I create what is best for my soul. I firmly believe I can transform and improve my inner and outer worlds by turning every thought into affirmation. I act in the image of God and bring light into my life. Your future self wants you to know that you go forth and you do everything that you want to do, and you always maintain that positive energy around you. Your parenting is amazing. Your future self just wants you to know that you've done very well in your life. The door for your future is the door of change, transformation, and adaptation. The message here is that all through your life, you've been able to adapt to different situations. You're almost chameleon-like, where you can bring on any type of persona that you need to. And again, this goes back to being an empath. You can quickly read a room. You know how to act, and you have this ability to be able to turn it on and off. You have a very wonderful flow of energy. And the card here for confirmation is choice. I choose serenity, light, positive energy, no matter what I go through. I choose happiness. I rise above fear and direct my thoughts. This reading has a very wonderful flow to it. Such a beautiful, positive flow. You've had traumatic things happen to you throughout your life. There's no doubt. I certainly can pick up that you've had some serious illnesses through your life, but you've never allowed these things to bring you down to the part where you would get angry or mean. You would have moments of depression, but those moments, I see them more as a healing period for you, that you needed to kind of shut down, go in and heal. I hope that it resides with you, viewer. Please join me in my future readings. My name is Sherry. And as always, be kind to your heart.